Hi, so for today's project, I'm making family Disneyland shirts. And this is because we're going to Tokyo Disneyland for spring break and we're leaving tomorrow. So this is kind of a last minute project as usual. So we are a family of four, me, my husband, and my 11-year-old and my 8-year-old. So I have these four shirts. I'm going to be using this Vinyl Frog holographic vinyl. Sorry, don't mind my nails. I have to do them tonight before we leave so they last. But I love Vinyl Frog, and this holographic vinyl is so pretty. And I like to use just one vinyl when I'm doing my family shirts, just because we're going to be wearing it for one day. And yeah, it's just easier. And I don't like to layer vinyl if I don't have to. So I really like Vinyl Frog. I bought this on Amazon. We'll link it down below. I've used their adhesive vinyl too, and it's great. And I believe it's pretty affordable, like a lot cheaper than Cricut, but they have a lot of cute colors, and I always like to get this kind of holographic because it's so multi-use. It also comes with really good instructions, very clear, and this ripped off, but this is the one holographic. So I wonder if it's holographic chrome. I don't know. I guess it's about the same. I don't really look at this part because I use my Cricut, the settings on my Cricut, but I was going with this 150 to 160, and actually I'm using the Cricut Easy Press, the big one, the 9, is it 9 or 12? I want to say it's 9 by 9. And the minimum heat for that one is 210 degrees Fahrenheit. So, oh shoot, I just noticed it's Celsius. Okay, I gotta look that up. Hold on. I should have known. That is way too low to even adhere anything to. But so I looked it up. 150 degrees Celsius is about 302 degrees Fahrenheit. And on the upper side, it's 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm preheating my Cricut to 320 degrees and for 12 seconds on the timer. So good thing I realized that before I started. Okay, and I also have these, so I have the mat also for the Cricut heat press, or not heat press, but what's it called? Easy press. I also got these t-shirt rulers on Temu, so let's see how helpful these are. I haven't made a shirt seriously since like last year when I was making my other shirts, or my other Disneyland shirts. So it's been a minute. I'm gonna go from the smallest to the biggest. I just bought some of the kid shirts I bought from Walmart. So just this one donation. This was size 8, $4.98 rundown, in case you need to find some shirts, because I think that's the hardest part. Finding the SVG on Etsy or something super easy. Finding the shirts for your whole family, kind of hard, especially if you picked a color. But even white, it was a little bit hard to find the adult white shirts at Target. So large is $4.98, 10 to 12. And then, so I bought these two at Walmart. Then I'm in a rush, so I went to Target today. And this is all I could find, not long sleeve. But I got this size small shirt for myself. This is universal threads, and this was $10. And this is I know that these two are like a poly cotton blend, like most cheap shirts. This one is 100% cotton. And for my husband, the only one I could find like in his size was this Target All in Motion large shirt. This one was 12, and this one is definitely 92% polyester and spandex. So we have a bunch of different materials. I'm just going to cut the tags off of all of these, and I'm also going to lint roll the fronts. It's very important to lint roll it, because once you put your iron-on on, those lint pieces may be stuck on forever. So you really don't want that. So I'm just going to do that for all the shirts. It kind of moves the camera, so I'm going to do it off camera. So I'm going to insert a clip on how I made these, or how I cut this out. So this is the design that I was going for, and for the SVGs, I just bought them off of Etsy. So if you want to see the exact ones, I got the Donald and Daisy one over here, and I bought the Huey, Dewey, and Louie one over here. And it was pretty cheap and just way easier to just get on Etsy instead of looking it up online. So I uploaded them to Cricut Design Space. So I'm just going to duplicate this one and then make some adjustments for the Big Bro title. So I just enlarged the image just a little bit because my 11-year-old shirt is a little bit bigger. So once I have it about the size that I want, I'm going to detach the little bro and just the words from the image so I can adjust it. So I'm just going to type in Big Bro, and that looks good. And the font is just one that I got off of the internet. There's a lot of different Disney fonts you can find on there. And to get the curve, all I did was type out Big Bro, and then if you could click here, I had it at 55 degrees of a curve, but you can really make it any way you want. Curve up, curve down. It's a really cool feature on Cricut. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select Big Bro and the image, and then I'm going to go to Align and Center Horizontally. And that'll just put the image right in the middle of the word. And then I'll select Attach. So now I'm gonna work on Daisy for the mom shirt and just adjusting things however I want it. I'm gonna type in mom and let's see. And then I like to make it black just so that everything is black and we'll cut out all on one sheet. So right now I'm just kind of playing around with like sizing and seeing how big I want the words. Mom and dad are going to be bigger just because it's a 3-letter word, of course, versus little bro and big bro. So I'm using a 55-degree, I guess, curve. I'm going to select both mom and the image and align horizontally. And attach and do the same for the Tokyo Disney and the image. Okay, so after a bunch of adjusting and everything, I finally have my images down, and now I want to make them all less than 11.5 inches. The reason being is that the Cricut mat is 12 inches and 11.5 is the largest you can, I guess, cut out on one mat unless you're going to use the 12 by 24 mat. And then super important, you want to check your images, make sure they're okay, and also to mirror them all. It'd be really sad if you don't select mirror at this point. So mirroring is very important. And then I'm just going to cut it out on premium vinyl. And they came out so cute. So these took a little bit of time to weed. Not that long, but you know, just took a little bit. And so I have one for little bro. See, even the lint roll, somehow lint gets on there. But this is what the dad one looks like, all weeded out. And I love how like this HTV, it's like simple, it's silver, because I don't want it to stand out too much, but it has that little extra with the holographic. These were easy to weed. This the dad one and the mom one, super easy. Just the Huey, Dewey, and Louie was a little more difficult. And I picked it because that's their favorite. They love Donald Duck. They love Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So, of course, I'm going to be Daisy. Let's start with the smallest shirt first because it's always the easiest. So I'm going to do little bro. So that looks good. It's a longer design. So I'm going to have to do it in like 2 segments, I think. So let's see. For this one, I would use not infant, but toddler. No. You know, maybe toddler would work or youth. Because I don't want it to be too low. So I think I'm going to go with toddler. I'm still going to do the center seam. So meaning I'm going to just fold my shirt in half and then press it. Because it needs a pressing anyways. And yeah, why not? Center seam is super easy to do. And then you know how to line up your ruler. So just fold it nicely as possible. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I have these stickers on here. And these are these Labelland stickers. I love these. These are so good. You can write your own name with the marker and iron it on there. And just like say I was going to keep this shirt for a long time and sometimes the label rubs off, then at least you know whose shirt is whose. I don't know. I have a hard time, especially with the kids' underwear. They look very much the same size when there's no tag. And I don't think they want to wear each other's underwear, so it kind of matters. Okay, so you have a nice seam right down the middle. I try to get it even on the mat. And this is about, what is this, 2 inches? About an inch and a half from the top. So you would just center it with the arrow in the middle. And then up to you. You can like fold your design in half. This has a lot of details, so I don't want to like really ruin it, but I did center the fonts or the words, so I'm just gonna put a little fold up here and a little fold on the bottom, right here and right here, so you can see it, and then just align it with that. Sorry, the bottom is probably getting cut off because it's a tall or long design. But yeah, so that looks really good. You want to make sure not to make your design too long. Like it doesn't have to be all the way to the bottom of the shirt. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. The whole thing. I'm going to do it in sections because it won't fit all together. But okay, the moment of truth. I'm not going to use a Teflon sheet because this is a 60% cotton shirt. It's not going to melt or anything. So we're just going to go ahead. So I'm going to put a decent amount of pressure. Like I'm going to put all my body weight, which I think equates to about medium pressure. It doesn't say here, but it says 10 or 8 to 12 seconds and a cool peel. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to try to remember where I'm putting the heat or leaving off so I can start there. And I have this camera foot there, so I'm going to just turn it a little bit and move it. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to leave this on the side and do the kids large. So same thing, put the crease in the center. So I put my crease in the middle and I'm using this youth shirt ruler. It's, what did I just do? 2.5 inches from the neckline. Do the big bro. Same thing. I'm going to put the crease at the top and the bottom. And I'm flipping it backwards. Also, sometimes when you're using cheaper shirts, you need to really just eyeball it. Like, you don't have to go by the ruler or your crease because sometimes they don't sew the shirts like super even, if you know what I mean. And also this looks like it's going to be too low. So I'm going to move it a little bit up, right? Or maybe that's right. I don't know. My older son is almost my size. I keep thinking he's smaller, but maybe that is right. 2.5. Maybe I'll do it 2.5 from this very top, not the end of the collar. I don't think that's very helpful for kids' shirts. Maybe for adults. So yeah, I'm not eyeball it, but take a look at it before you press. Make sure it's where you want it. Okay, moment of truth. This is pretty much cool. It's a little warm here, but up here it's cool. So let's peel and see if it's stuck on well. So far, yes. Oh, right there, I feel like it came off a little bit. Actually, no. It was just the shirt folding up. Yeah, it's on there. Usually you can use your nail, and if it comes up, then you need to repress. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. I'm just going to leave it for now until it's 100% cooled, because sometimes holographic vinyl can be finicky like that. Like holographic vinyl will show like every little thing that happens to it. Okay, so I'm going to re-lint. So I want it 3 inches from the top of the words, not necessarily the top of the plastic. I don't know, that seems kind of low to me. I'm going to raise it up just a little bit. Maybe because this is not quite a crew, it's a little bit of a lower crew neck. Okay, so I have my men's shirt 3 inches from the top. This is a polyester shirt, so if you're scared of it melting at all, you can use a Teflon sheet. Okay, so let's fully peel off the little bro one. It's totally cooled. And it's not bad if, oh, I think right there it needs a little bit more. If you do think it does need a little bit more, I recommend just leaving the paper on, because if you move it around, the indentations from the plastic sheet, the clear plastic sheet, will also make an indent on the shiny part. Hope that makes sense. So the bottom of this needs a little bit more. I'm going to just repress there, or might as well just do a lot of it. Another option, even though it didn't say, is that you can flip it over and then press from the back. I guess I'll just go ahead and repress all. I'm going to go from the back for all of them. And it's just a little bit gentler, I guess. So I'll just go ahead and do that for all the shirts. Okay, so it's pretty cool now. So let's try to remove the backing. I feel like these little thin pieces are kind of like delicate. So you know what, I'm going to use my Easy Press Mini. I'm going to turn it on medium. Okay, so I have it on medium, and I'm just going to go over like the very intricate details. I love the big press, but when it comes to like little like details, I feel like the mini, so you can't even see it, the mini does a better job. And you can really put pressure on the places that you want. If it didn't take so long, I would use the mini for the whole thing. But yeah, it would just take forever. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm probably just going to hold it over the design, maybe like 5 seconds each section. And I'm going to do this for all the shirts. All right, let's try this for the 3rd time. But yes, I feel like it's a lot better, or stuck on a lot better. I feel like that L could do a little bit more. Just that L. And this is what I mean. So like there's a hair stuck right in the design. At least it's my shirt. Okay, it came out. But sometimes if you have a fuzz, like it just doesn't come out after. So always lint roll. But that looked good. Trying to find if any pieces are loose, but I think it's good. Okay. Also for like nice smooth pieces like this, where it's like a lot of the holographic, it doesn't do well when you repress it over and over. Like when it's thin like this, you can't tell, but I don't know, these big shiny parts, if you want them to stay nice and shiny, you kind of have to do it in one go. Like, so if you see here and here, I guess this is not too bad, but I feel like this side's shinier because I repressed this one. I don't know. And if you took it off and then put something back on, like a Teflon sheet, it would make it a little less shiny. It'll still be nice. It just won't be like shiny like that. Because it'll take the texture of the Teflon sheet. Like it'll leave an imprint on the shiny part. Like this. Like, I don't know. The Teflon sheet does have a little bit of texture, and that will go on top of your design. So that one's good. And then let's do little bro. Okay, now yeah, it's really stuck on well. So yeah, if you look at this one, it took on the texture of me taking it off and putting it back on, unfortunately. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you like this and are inspired to do your next family trip. I love it when like the whole family has the same shirt, especially when you're like on a really big family reunion or family trip. It's so cute to see the whole family. And you know, it took a lot of effort to make those shirts or even to order it and then get everyone's size. So yeah, sometimes it's just better to do it yourself. I'll put on this shirt and take a photo just so you can see. But yeah, I think it turned out good. And so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.